Oh, you guys, robots are finally here. Not the sci-fi someday kind of robot, not the shiny CGI that'll never happen kind of robot. I'm talking real, in your house, doing the dishes while you sit on the couch eating pizza robots. Pizza. And yeah, I like pineapple on my pizza. I don't care what people say. Meet Neo, you guys. The moment I saw the promo footage for this new home robot, I thought, oh no, humanity is not ready. We think we're ready, but we're not ready. And I'll be honest with you, I know exactly when the sales are going to spike for this thing. It won't be when it can vacuum, it won't be when it loads the dishwasher. Sales are going to skyrocket the moment someone figures out how to make this thing multitask in ways that Apple Care definitely won't cover, you guys. Welcome to the future. Hey, gang, welcome back to Egotastic FunTime, your cozy corner of the galaxy where sci-fi meets real life. Optimism slaps cynicism right across the damn face, and we laugh our way through the weird cosmic mess we call existence. Stupid existing. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back to the chaos. Today, we're diving into something I've been waiting my whole nerdy life to talk about. Robots are officially joining the family. Not metaphorically, not hypothetically, literally. You could buy one today. You can have a robot living in your house by the end of the week. And while part of me is over here squealing like a little kid who just got his first action figure, another part of me has just enough sci-fi trauma to go, oh yeah, this is how it begins. And speaking of beginnings, nothing captures that chaotic heart of robot meets human nonsense like the character Murderbot from the TV show and the book Murderbot. I started watching Murderbot, I don't know, a few months ago. Finished it, of course. Absolutely loved Murderbot. I highly recommend watching it. But let's dive into what robots mean for us right now, you guys. What Murderbot teaches us about the future, and why I already know the exact moment these machines are going to become the hottest tech on the planet. Because I've seen this before with other types of tech, and it happens exactly the same way every time, okay? We'll get into that. But robots are here. Now what? So this new robot, Neo, you've seen it, humanoid. I assume you've seen it. It's all over the place right now. Humanoid, does chores, folds laundry if you believe the demo footage. It's basically the Roomba's final Pokemon evolution, you guys. So here's some cool specs for this thing. Its height is 5'6", weight 66 pounds for the early model. I'm sure it'll get heavier or lighter. It can go either way. Its lift capacity is 154 pounds. That's pretty dang good. There's not much going on in my life where I would need somebody or something to lift 154 pounds. You know, maybe a 10 pounder or a 20 pounder here and there. But 154 pounds, God zooks, man. Though it can carry 55 pounds in some of the spec sheets. That's pretty good too. Walking speed, 1.4 meters. I don't know what m/s means. Hand speed up to 8.0 m/s in the specs. I'm blanking what ms means right now. The battery is 842 watt capacity, which really doesn't mean anything to our human brains, at least not to most of us. The runtime is 4 hours. That's pretty good. If I have a chore I need this thing to do, 4 hours should be able to get it done. A couple of things done, really. Like, you know, go grab me a beer. This should take a minute. The quick charge is 6 minutes per hour runtime. That's pretty good too. How long did it take 7 of 9 to charge? I don't know. Probably longer than 6 minutes. Has a great quiet operation feature. You can pre-order for early access, $20,000 ownership, or a subscription, you guys, $4.99 a month. That's going to be pretty affordable to a lot of people, especially if it's getting stuff done for you. Delivery, US delivery is expected next year for early access and broader rollout later. And next year's almost here, so it's coming up. And it's built with safety, soft polymer body, tendon-driven actuators, pinch-proof joints, all that stuff I just mentioned. I think is going to be very important, actually, to the sale of this thing skyrocketing. We'll get into that here in a second. Its AI uses Redwood AI. I guess there's a model of AI called Redwood AI. It's built-in large language model, memory, visual, and audio intelligence. So it can probably hear you fart if it needs to. It might say something if you do, or maybe it'll be programmed not to mention it. It's up to you, really. So this robot can walk, pick things up, recognize people, carry stuff, help out around the house, and potentially judge you silently for how many times you ordered takeout. And we're supposed to act like that's normal. That's not normal. It might become normal. It'll be the new normal. But there's something amazing and terrifying about this moment, you guys. Because we go from sci-fi dream straight to this thing is standing in my kitchen asking me where the peanut butter is. But let's be honest, humans want convenience above all else. If a robot can unload a dishwasher, fold laundry, refill the dog bowl, we'll forgive anything. Even the fact that it's quietly learning all of our habits like a digital butler that never blinks. But the internet is doing that. Every website you go to is doing that. Your phone is doing that right now. Listening to everything you say so it can figure out how to recommend things for you to spend your money on. And that brings us to the show that perfectly predicts the emotionless mess we're about to walk into, you guys. Murderbot. Let me tell you why Murderbot matters right now. If you haven't watched or read Murderbot, first of all, do it. Second, the premise is so perfectly timed for the world we're stepping into. A highly advanced security robot, Murderbot, as he likes to go by, hacks its own governor module, you guys, and becomes fully autonomous. But instead of turning into a villain or a heroic savior or a cold, emotionless AI overlord, it becomes something far more relatable. A socially awkward introvert who just wants to be left alone to watch entertainment feeds. Honestly, we're all kind of like that. That's the human condition, really. Leave us alone, watching my stories. Murderbot is the most human robot character we've ever gotten because it highlights the messy parts of humanity: anxiety, discomfort, curiosity, compassion, impatience, sarcasm, all the good stuff, you guys. But the real lesson is robots reflect us, not literally, but emotionally, ethically, existentially. Sci-fi robots are windows into our fears and needs. We fear losing control. We fear being replaced. We fear our own worst impulses. And we weirdly want a robot friend who gets us better than most humans do. Murderbot is the future we want, you guys. A robot that's not trying to kill us or rule us. It just wants boundaries and a comfy chair. That's the dream, right? But the robot companies making real machines like Neo, oh, they're making something very different and much more awkward. Let's talk about the real future no one wants to admit out loud, at least. Let's talk about why these home robots are going to explode in popularity. And no, it's not because they help with chores, though that's a pretty awesome feature. But it goes way deeper than that, possibly too deep. Humans are predictable. We want things like, I want a robot to help me with housework. But what we actually mean is, I want a robot to do everything I don't want to do, never complain, and also maybe validate my existence just a little bit. Here's where Neo's specs matter, you guys. Because it can carry about 55 pounds, lift 154 pounds. It has hands with 22 degrees of freedom. It's quiet, soft body, voice interface, plus a mobile app. So all this technology is real. But how will we use it? Some people think that that's still up for grabs. And here's the part no tech company is allowed to say out loud, but we all know it's true. The moment these robots are taught to interact with people's junk, we're hitting $1 trillion market. You know it. I know it. Silicon Valley definitely knows it because every major breakthrough in history follows the exact same pattern. The internet, immediately used for porn. Smartphones, immediately used for sexting. VR, I don't even need to explain that one, you guys. I still remember the whole HD DVD and Blu-ray war. Which one is better? Which one's going to win the war? Are people going to buy Blu-ray or are they going to buy HD DVD? I think that's what it's called. I can't remember because it's gone. Why is it gone? Because eventually Blu-ray was the first one to put out pornography on its on its platform, on its medium. And as soon as they did that, I'm like, oh, boom, that's the winner. That's the one that's going to win the war. And it was totally true. And that's been true of any technology. Any technology that goes to stimulating people's naughty bits, helping with that, wins the war. And that'll be the same with this robot. We know it. So these new AI robots, okay? The second someone figures out intimacy mode, every warehouse in the country is going to be on back order. Robots walking around the house, adjusting your lighting, picking up your clothes, cleaning your surfaces, and one day doing the other stuff we're too embarrassed to admit we imagine. But underneath the jokes, you guys, here's the truth. Robots are about to become part of our everyday emotional landscape, not just our living rooms. And that is where the real story begins. Here's what robots actually mean for us, okay? When we bring robots into our home, or robots, we're not just adopting gadgets, we're introducing new emotional relationships into our lives. Not just romantic ones, robotic ones, but they'll still be relationships. Because the more autonomous the robot is, the more we project onto it. How are you? Did you sleep? Are you mad at me? Why do you sound like that? Who taught you to judge my eating habits? The robot was just sitting there doing nothing. Wasn't even turned on. But this is what it's going to have to deal with. Sorry, robots. We already do this with Roombas. I yell at my Roomba. People get attached to vacuum cleaners with names, you guys. Imagine a robot that talks to you, walks around, helps with chores, reminds you to take your meds, breaks down your Amazon boxes, I could use that actually, and develops a personality through machine learning. We are not ready for that, but also we kind of are, because deep down humans crave companionship and robots don't bring drama. Robots don't ghost you. Robots don't doom scroll. Robots don't get political on Facebook. Robots don't ask who you voted for. Robots don't post conspiracy theories about the moon landing, you guys. Robots don't send a friend request to their own grandma by accident. Robots just exist, calmly, consistently, predictably. That's why Murderbot feels like the future to me. Not because it's realistic, but because it's what we want the future to be. A robot that's competent, loyal, nervous, introverted, and mildly annoyed by us at all times. That's the dream. Neo is part of that dream, with real specs, real price tag, real delivery timeline, which means the future is essentially knocking, you guys. And Neo can get the door for us. But I'm curious, guys. Would you want a home robot like Neo? One that walks, talks, helps with chores, and learns your habits? Tell me in the comments. Would you absolutely buy one? That's A. B. Wait until they work out the bugs. C. Never trust anything that can silently watch you eat cereal at 2 a.m. Or D. Only buy one after extra features mode becomes available. Drop your letter below. And I genuinely want to know how humanity is feeling about this. The future is racing toward us faster than we ever imagined, you guys. Robots aren't science fiction anymore. They're appliances, helpers, companions, reflections of our best and worst qualities. And if Murderbot teaches us anything, it's that the line between tool and person is going to get blurrier, messier, funnier, and more emotional than any of us expect. So, as these new robots like Neo, maybe the next model will be called Morpheus, we'll see, as they enter our lives, maybe the real question isn't, are robots ready for humanity? Maybe it's, is humanity ready for robots? And if you enjoyed this deep sci-fi conversation mixed with hope, humor, existential dread, and the occasional robot makes you blush joke, make sure you're subscribed to Egotastic FunTime right here on YouTube. I got all the links down below, because there's not just Egotastic FunTime, there's Egotastic FunTime Reloaded for some sci-fi trope deep dives. There's Talking the Orville, which is all about the Orville. And of course, this podcast can be found everywhere pods are casted on the internet. And if you really want to help support Egotastic FunTime, my vision for great conversation starters for fans of not just sci-fi, but of the world of life, if the world interests you, you want to get early access, behind the scenes content, whatever I post on there, which is there's stuff all the time. You can help support me, Egotastic FunTime, on Patreon. Links are down below. And until next time, gang, keep being awesome. Remember, I hope all your times are egotastic fun times. Love you. Bye-bye.